She-Hulk is an embarrassing failure all around for everybody involved. It isn't even succeeding as a comedy. I am Mecca. Please subscribe and thank you so much for supporting this channel. We have a couple of articles here from She-Hulk. Which one do we want to start with? I don't know. Oh, fashion. As a fashion episode. The fashion industry is throwing shade on She-Hulk's. She-Hulk is every plus... Oh, I can't even read this one. Fashion industry is throwing shade on She-Hulk is every plus-size woman's story ever. Oh, God. This reads awful. This reads like a tweet, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Is it me or is this headline awful? Fashion industry throwing shade on She-Hulk is every plus-size woman's story ever.
It makes no sense.
No. It's basically talking about, well, I don't know. We don't care about this one. This is not, every story is not a winner. Everyone is not a winner. I don't know how to make that funny or care right now. So we're going to go to the other one. Come back from the thing and we're talking. That's not the right one. She-Hulk is an embarrassment. Here. It's going to be this one. How much of an embarrassment is She-Hulk? And thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. Please subscribe. I am Mecca. We're taking that whole thing over again because how much of an embarrassment is She-Hulk? Well, so much that it didn't even break into the Nielsen Top 10. Another failure for Victoria Alonso's business strategy of what? Spandex, making it a fashion industry statement on plus-size women's clothing, because that's exactly what every Marvel movie fan wants. A statement on plus-size women's clothing not fitting us. And that's what we see here with the spandex, too. I suppose. I can't even relate to this. I know, contrary to popular belief, I don't wear plus-size clothing. But this is such an embarrassment. That's how we tie these together, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Rob off camera, and I'm here because I've been watching this thing.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
How?
For everybody involved. I mean, look at this crap. Go. See, you can see it right there falling around in her pants because she crapped herself. Data tracking company, the Nielsen, you know the Nielsen's, the one that send you $1 in the mail for filling out what you watch on TV, released their viewership data for the week of August 15th through the 21st, and Marvel Studios' She-Hulk Attorney at Law series is not on any of their top 10 lists. Wow, not even, because I was going to say, what about streaming? Even in the streaming.
Wow.
She-Hulk premiered on August 18th and was beat by The Sandman, Stranger Things, Never Have I Ever, Lock and Key, I've never even heard of that, Virgin River, A League of Their Own.
Really?
Wow, more people watched The League of Their Own with about black lady whammons.
Baseball.
Doing the giggity and crying in baseball and stuff. That was historically inaccurate to the based on a true story that The League of Their Own used to be. That's a whole other story. They had to beg people to give them positive reviews on that one. Do you remember when that happened? Mm-hmm. So The Sandman, Stranger Things, Never Have I Ever, Lock and Key, Virgin River, A League of Their Own's on Prime Video, Echoes 2022. I have not heard of that. Only Murders in the Build and Instant Dream House. How many of these have we even heard of? 2? Sandman and Stranger Things? Mm-hmm. So that's all the originals. Do they have the overall? Oh, they don't have it clicked. It's unclear if She-Hulk Attorney at Law is the worst performing Marvel Studios television series on Disney+, given Ms. Marvel's first episodes made the charts back on the week ending June 12th with 259 minutes viewed. Minutes viewed. 259 million. Well, 259 minutes viewed. That's believable, too, because really, Ms. Marvel's just... And the partition... What does that do? That just keeps your groceries from getting in the other person's lane, that little partition. That's really important in this show for some reason in the Ms. Marvels. I don't know why. They're really big on not letting their groceries touch the other people's stuff, right? Mm-hmm. She-Hulk Attorney at Law could have performed better than Ms. Marvel. It could have. But it probably didn't.
But it
Who's
didn't.
watching it anymore? Regardless, the show is not making the charts in the first Marvel Studios show to not make the Nielsen's top 10 charts. As noted above, Ms. Marvel placed 10th when it debuted. Oh, wow. At least even Ms. Marvel placed better. I think by the time Ms. Marvel said, yeah, we're definitely doubling and tripling down on this, the MCU, Lady Wham and stuff, they're doubling down on the cultural Marxism dings, buzzwords is. Where's my ding from my cultural Marxisms? There it is. And the social communisms. And the
dirty capitalists.
grooming the children. And the...
And the social capitalists.
Yeah.
And the democratic narcissists.
And they're gonna turn your kids into a gay. Is that the other one? That's the other one.
They're spreading the gay.
They're spreading the gay. So that's what's going on there.
The GHEY, the gay.
Regardless, the show not making the charts in the first Marvel Studios show not to make the charts in the Nielsen Top 10, as noted above. We already read that, didn't we?
Yes,
Moon Knight, which debuted on March 30th, was 6th on the Nielsen charts at the time, with 418 million minutes viewed. Hawkeye's 2-episode premiere on November 24th saw viewing minutes hit 853 million. Loki had 731 million. And Falcon and Winter Soldier, 495 million. Finally, WandaVision had 434 million.
You notice that the number of minutes viewed is going down with each show.
Down with each show, because by the time you get to the Lady Whammon ones, that's really all you need to know is that they're really pushing this bad Marvel stuff. They're pushing this Whammon over having good stories, having Whammon on screen. I don't need to see myself on screen that badly. Sorry, never have been that narcissistic. Anywho. What's interesting about Nielsen data is it calls into question the other data analytics companies supporting the claim that She-Hulk did on par its first 4 days streaming compared to the other Marvel shows. Well, they probably only go by clicks, not by minutes. So that's how they get you with the difference, is that analytic measures how much are people actually watching versus are they checking it out with a click and then turning it off immediately because of shit. And that might be what's going on here. Samba TV reported She-Hulk was watched by 1.5 million U.S. households, streaming in its first 4 days, available on Disney+. Yeah, see, they're going by number of clicks. So if people are tuning out that quickly and not watching much of it, they're probably it's not getting better, guys. It's really not.
Oh no. It's dreadful.
This is comparable to WandaVision, which they claimed was watched by 1.6 million households 5 days after its premiere. Well, maybe because they're going to the marketing it towards the people who want to identify and hear plus-size women's stories and stuff. Maybe that's why. It's not connecting to your male comic book audiences. All right? She's an unlikable B-word. She's as bad as Gladriel. And it's not getting any better. It's really not. MCU Disney Plus series by the numbers. Yeah, there's your numbers there. Even half the people watched WandaVision of Loki almost. So here you go. There's Victoria Alonso. There she is. So Marvel executive Victoria Alonso detailed the business model during an appearance at Annecy International Animation Film Festival back in June 2021. While answering questions to if she ever gets tired of Marvel Studios moving the topping the box office charts, Alonso said, "The reason that we have success consistently is because our audience is global. You cannot have a global audience and not somehow start to represent it. For us, it was really important to have that representation and diversity and inclusion and the seeing yourself on screen and all the stuff that actually isn't important to anybody except for studio execs." Mm-hmm. Like this really is going to tie into our other two videos here. I guess this is just going to be an all-out representation and diversity piece. It's going to be a little bit longer than 9 minutes because we got two more here. Why black characters in Rings of Power and Little Mermaid make fantasy better. Yeah.
No,
Do they really though?
Good writing makes fantasy better.
Yeah, just good writing, and I can watch anybody at all on screen. I mean, look at House of Dragon. That's a perfect example of that. That's amazing. Babylon 5 was amazing. There's a whole bunch of Babylon 5 stuff going on that I've been trying to cover. They've been pushing this. They're saying, oh, racists complained about Halle Bailey.
It's so important for black children to see people who look like themselves.
Do you really
fantasy
think
property?
that...
I'm like, what? Why?
They don't have tails. I don't have a tail. I don't see people with 2 legs in there, and what if having 2 legs on screen is more important than seeing a fake hair color that I may have dyed myself, right? I guarantee you, if you show the same little girls the original trailer to The Little Mermaid, they're going to be more excited, because if you see the Disney one, and if you can see the Disney one, it is dark, it is gloomy, you can't see anything. Under the Sea doesn't look very attractive to the eye because nothing's popping. Nothing is coming out of nothing feels real or alive. Everything looks unfinished. Everything looks unlit. Everything looks unprofessional. It looks about like we had music videos in the 1990s of bands underwater that you could see more than this woman, than this poor actress. So do you really think that these little girls are going to want to see themselves, quote unquote, on screen versus see the one that looks better to them? I guarantee you, if you would show them this and the other trailer that's the cartoon, they're going to gravitate to the cartoon more because it's bright, it's vibrant, it's animated, it's alive. It feels like something. And your audience isn't as stupid as you want to treat it. They are going to see right through this marketing attempt, this ploy. And even Forbes is saying that stuff like Lord of the Rings has inexplicably terrible writing. Like, they cannot hide how bad these shows are and just blame you're an istophobe and you're ism. You just don't like women. You just don't like diversity. You don't like whatever. When you can't even hide it anymore. Do you want to read any of this? This is a 17-minute article. Holy crap. Maybe we'll do a whole read on this Lord of the Rings one. Stay tuned for that. But She-Hulk, I mean, for crying out loud, people aren't stupid. People don't necessarily care nearly as much as I think that the executives think they do. For the longest time, we heard a woman-led film will never open. I say, please check. Captain Marvel made a lot of money. They always told us that Black Panther was never going to open and that nobody wanted a completely black cast, and that made $1.3 billion. So you can look at it from the social point of view. Yes, if you market anything correctly, if you make it be released at the right amount of time, if you use it, if you get lucky, if you get lightning in a bottle, if you lead up to the biggest endgame event ever, you can make billions of dollars with properties that might not be very good, that might be focusing on diversity, inclusion, representation, all the buzzwords. But at the same time, your viewing audience isn't going to stick around for it forever. Your shows are not gaining viewership. You're losing. You're on the downward spiral. You need to start fixing this stuff. And if they end up getting rid of this stuff, I won't be shocked. A lot of these companies are trimming the dead weight. There's a lot of other places people can go for entertainment. Not that Hunter Biden movie. That was awful. Watch that only from a curiosity point. I am Mecca. What else you got to say about this? I've been going on too long.
People failing upward never fails.
And that's what they're going to do. And I'm never going to have the chance for my representation as an executive because none of them look like me at all. But whatever. I'm Mecca. I'm going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.